Hi Taurus, here's a general look at your solar chart for July 2013. Now this July we're getting something a bit special. There is a geometrical shape forming in our skies between three of our planets, making a triangle. So Jupiter on one point, Saturn on the next point, Neptune on the next point, and that triangular shape, astrologically speaking, is called a grand trine. And each one of these planets are in one of the water signs, Cancer, Scorpio and Pisces, and therefore it's a watery grand trine, and grand trines are very good, and watery grand trines are wonderful. So this July, the wave emanating from this celestial geometry, this music in the architecture, spinning in infinity, could help us discover more our connection through the heart, one with the other, could help us discover more of our compassion, or maybe it's just our deeper feelings, maybe it's our core values, not the ones that go along with the sort of packet of the personality that we're in at the present time, but our eternal core values, which go beyond mere earthly lifetimes. Well, that's what I think anyway, that's how I see it. But that might present itself to us in a kind of a scary sort of a way initially, or maybe not. Probably it won't be too scary because it is a very positive aspect. And the July grand trine in water is a sort of staging post vibration for this much bigger cycle that we're in, this longer journey that we're in. Because of course we've got this Uranus-Pluto aspect in our skies, which I'm beginning to call the tinderbox. You know, just one little spark and the whole thing could kind of blow up, and that sounds a bit dramatic, doesn't it? What I mean is a very volatile, unstable configuration between these two planets, full of friction and tension, and for those who are unaware it can kind of explode, but those who are aware are cool with it. They understand that it brings in change, that it turns the great page of the Akashic records, the great pages in history are you know, the cycles are now turning and changing, and we are where we are. But there's another video out about that one. This grand watery trine coming in July will be a sort of a blessing, really. I think, of course, it's always how we play them, but trine energies are very supportive energies, and you Taurians will get the water grand trine in your air houses, meaning that this may help you to get insight into a certain relationship, or maybe because of a certain relationship you see something that you didn't see before, you realize something you didn't realize before. This energy is very optimistic and bodes well for making new associations, new relationships, and also maybe a special one as well, and also helping established relationships become more positive. So you know, it's all good, really. Now, until the 22nd, 22nd, the sun is in a very sociable, easygoing sort of area, meaning that you could be socializing more, meeting, greeting, connecting with others, sharing what you know, maybe signing up for a course or giving one, and being very much in your left brain, very much in your mind, in your logic. Even if you are left-handed, you'd be in your right brain, I suppose, but you just kind of being more in your head, and perhaps toing and froing more. Travel is highlighted here. And then from the 21st, the focus will probably be more turned inward, more to do with your private life, in and around a base of operations, whether you're at home or not, maybe to do with a property, maybe to do with your space outside as well as inside, and it could be that your gaze and your attention will be more inwards, towards yourself, towards your feelings, towards your family connections, towards your extended family maybe too, or your sort of tribal community connections also. And just pondering things a bit more deeply, So in the first 3 weeks of the month, it's very much about communications and possibly media, possibly promotions, possibly buying, selling, or even creative self-expression. So that's supported well by the Sun's position in the first 3 weeks. The second 3 weeks, you can still be doing these things as you've got other energies in those areas, but the Sun energy at least is turning your attention more inwards, more to the home base. Mercury continues in this very outgoing, long transit actually in your solar chart, where it is also in the communications sector, gathering, sharing information, getting out and about more, connecting with others, also potentially with, through media and the more creative side of communicating. And increased interchanges with speaking, writing, paperwork, correspondence, all of that is likely. You're likely to be learning new stuff or sharing stuff that you know. Mercury is retrograde though until the 19th, which means that there can be delays with travel plans or transport or vehicles or even communications equipment. But these kinds of stoppages can focus the mind. And Mercury is going to be in this area, although not retrograde, until August the 8th, 9th. Now, until the 23rd, Venus is beaming a friendly, warming, sociable light into the root of your chart, meaning that you should be getting on better with family, or in a more balanced way, should I say, with family or with neighbours, or those in a community or a tribe. Maybe even appreciating people more and they appreciating you more. So there being a more balanced interchange. Also a good time to be working on the home or on a space or outside, in an outside space, embellishing a space, and very much feeling more equilibrium, more harmoniousness within you. Maybe feeling a bit nostalgic at times though, looking back to the past through perhaps rose-tinted spectacles. And another way this works is to bring a feeling of balance and into and stability into your emotions though. And then from the 23rd, Venus moves into a very, I call it the house of fun. So it moves into a very playful, spontaneous sort of area, allowing you to sort of chill, hang out with sort of people you like, or maybe it's relax into and get absorbed into hobbies or pastimes or pursuits that you really enjoy. Also, there could be more connection with young people, pets, and romantic partners as well. Venus in the house of romance is got to be a good thing, and so in general, it's a very positive, supportive energy there, and connection with the arts and entertainments is more likely, having more access to entertaining type environments and anything that you just personally find empowering. So maybe for you, entertainment and playfulness is work. It could be an aspect of your work or your connection with children or with animals or whatever it is. So it doesn't necessarily strictly have to be hobbies. But just anything that you find that you get something out of, that you value, that you enjoy, you savor, and it could be, like that for you. And social connections could center around anything like that. So, you teaming up with somebody to do something that you really enjoy. And then Mars is demanding that you put more effort and decisiveness into getting organized in a material sense, to do with finances, so the piggy bank, possessions, or any other bit of territory which needs a motivated and decisive approach. And that could mean a dynamic application of your talents, Taurus, your skills, in whatever way that's about for you. You could be striving to get your hands on certain things, to organize certain resources for yourself, and that needs your vitality, your effort, and you're being practical and resourceful about things. You are a very practical sign anyway in certain areas, so you know what this one is about. But watch your step and don't overstretch yourself. Don't be too hasty. Don't jump too soon. Don't put your hand up at the first sign of getting what you want, because who knows, well, if you feel, you know, this way, then it might be coming just a little bit later what you really and truly want before you put that bid in or whatever it is. So, and your physical strength could be a little bit stretched at times with Mars here. There could be tensions, you know, there could be more pressure on your vitality to get things how you want them to be. And look after your diet. This is also an area to do, indirectly to do with health. So look after, you know, yourself and what you're putting through your body. And then from the 14th, Mars moves into your communication sector, joining the position of the Sun. Sun is going to be there until the 21st and 22nd actually. And the way you communicate will become bolder, clearer, more decisive and stronger really. And you could be more creatively expressive at this time. But if you want to get something off your chest with someone, you could come across in a little sort of, maybe a little bit aggressive kind of a way with Mars here. So just be aware of that. However, it is better to clear things up between you and whoever. Keep lines of communications open rather than hold back and you know, be confused or not be fully in the picture about something. There may be more types of paperwork you've got to deal with, correspondence, boring type paperwork as well as the interesting type, and more toing and froing because of certain conditions. So you've got to be on the ball mentally more when Mars, and also maybe on the road a bit more when Mars comes into here from the 14th. Mars will be there about 6 weeks. And you could feel a bit scattered sometimes, a bit mentally or physically overstretched sometimes, so just watch out for that as well and be prepared for it. Now for 12 months, Jupiter expansiveness has helped you take advantage of more abundance, so that's enabled you to perhaps splash out in a way that you weren't able to before, physically get you into new territories, mentally get you into new territories and learn lots of new things, but also share, you know, your talent, your ability, your knowledge, your skill with others, and also to prioritize about what is most valuable and go for that. Now Jupiter has moved from late June and forms part of this wonderful grand trine, which is very supportive. Moved into Cancer, and that's in a very good geometric angle to your sun sign Taurus. So we'll be there for 12 months. And this one holds much potential for you. Jupiterian expansiveness will tend to underpin a more upbeat, positive frame of mind for you. And you could be developing yourself on the level of speaking, writing, or create other media of creative self-expression. And a sort of, who you know could become a sort of hub of learning for you. You know, your community, your social circle, that could become a sort of hub of learning for you. So not very far away from where you are, or even right from your home. And it's a good time to connect with sisters, brothers, but also soul brothers and sisters. And new pathways will be carved in your mental landscape, but also your physical one as well, I think. And you Taurians born the 22nd to the 29th of April, very early on in Taurus, or up to 9 degrees Taurus rising, you're going to feel this energy the most this month. And then finally the Saturn cycle, that's you having to work harder, feeling limited, feeling your wings clipped by those in close relationship. Balancing their point of view with your own. At times you'll be keenly aware of walking in their shoes, but at others you'll feel very frustrated at the way they're behaving, or their demands, or the pressures they're putting on you, and how they're limiting, you know, how you really feel you want to be. So compromise is the order of the day here. Collaboration as well, and cultivating another very gradually is also on the menu with this long transit of Saturn here. Saturn is coming out of here late, very late 2015, and it's clear of the whole area by 2016, just a little way into 2016. And you Taurians born between the 21st and the 25th of April, or with 4 to 6 degrees rising, going to feel this energy the most this month. And if you'd like to hear about what the slower moving outer planets are doing and which part of your sign they're affecting and how they might be affecting it, I update that one every month, so you can go to my website and see that there. And that is it for July. If you know your rising sign or your moon sign, have a listen to those. It'll give you another angle on what I've said here, and I'll see you the next time.